Hi there, everyone. Hope you've had a very great year and at that extent, a very great decade. So, to celebrate the brand new decade of sort, I am going to be overlooking what I have, as of right now, of the first episode of Inanimate Fury. Now, keep in mind this is not complete, so expect a lot of errors in there. And if you want to point them out to me, please point them out in the comments. But in any case, let's get started. Okay, so we begin with a funny little title slide. Inanimate Fury Episode 1. It's going to be called Enter the Insanity by Kalen. And I have like a blue golden Xbox controller because I have an obsession with the color for some reason. And then there's a little disclaimer here. It says, "Hi guys, this is an object show that I once said I was not going to make anytime soon, but I guess I lied about that. I was inspired by other object shows around the nation. I remember I once tried to make an object show like this one named Object Fury. But the characters were from Battle for Dream Island, Inanimate Insanity, and Object Overload. The idea was scrapped when I was a child, but now the reboot of the show is here. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, Kalen." Tobin. After that, we actually get into the episode. And there are many changes to it. Let's just begin. Get this over with. So I technically have the cliche object show opening, and I'm gonna fire up some musics, and I'm going to describe what this is entirely so you can wrap your head around it, because there is no dialogue bubbles here, since this is just the first version. So let's get this started. So we begin the episode with the obvious bacon here, and a little animation, the toughest thing I've ever done back then, of a ball walking over. And then yelling something like, "Good morning!" Man, this is cheesy. And I mean, the leg animations, or whatever they're called. I don't know what I was thinking here. And I don't know what this is for, really. I suppose it's basically just the first conflict I've ever done. And there come two more characters. Again, I'm using similar backgrounds. This is between Shielder and Starcoin. And then comes this. Lamp. If you don't remember, Lamp is technically the static character around here. And it's one of the only images as of right now taken from the intro. And then there's Boney, I suppose. I guess a flying character very similar to Puffball from BFDI. I'm not really too sure. And now we have this scene. I wonder if you actually recognize those three up there. I'm gonna tell you what they are in a second. But this is one of the only gifts that I actually have of a Z-Pod over here just doing that. And it's technically him asking Locke over here, "What's that up there?" And again, this is very cheesy, so please bear with me here. And there are some still images of this host trio up at the top. And then Z-Pod climbing this hill or something. Look at that. That's technically the glitch eye that's used in the intro. Okay. I don't know. So then Z-Pod reaches the top and computer and Xbox computer or something, whatever his name is still glitching. And this is technically where Golden Xbox controller over here is asked what his game show is and how it works. And so we now go into the explanation here. And it says this. As you can see, every episode you will compete in challenges. Then the team that loses will be up for elimination. I use like black spheres for this, like every explanation does. The one with the most votes will be eliminated. I think you know what happens. And then I have this. This is what happens. So technically, they're going to be sent to the locker of losers. And there's even the lock right there. Make sure none of them escape. Then there's the only speech bubble, one of the only ones I can think of here. But is there a prize? The prize is $1 zillion. Now, this is one of the only remnants of Object Fury, which was mentioned in the disclaimer. The prize was $1 zillion, and it was the best thing I could come up with off the top of my head. What is that? This is a trip down memory lane for me, since I haven't worked on this in a while, and it's put on hold because I kind of lost interest, but it still could be coming. And you can vote. And what's with his eyes? It's not Rush is part of it. But then, so, if you're wondering what's going on here and why some of the images have limbs and others don't, technically, Starcoin, Ball, Z-Pod, Baskety, Bacon, Shielder, Teapot, Fan, Lamp, and Boney all have images that don't have limbs. While, on the other hand, Composition Notebook, Game Boy, Simpsons Picture, Paint Palettes, Lock, Crayon Box, and Acorn over there don't have any images without their limbs, and they're technically the best images I could find, and this technically the crowd, since I'm too lazy to put tiny limbs on them. And then there's the introduction to Teapot here. It's basically the cue for Golden Xbox controller that this is going to be like the annoying one of sorts. And this is the one that I use in the intro where it says, alright, 17 contestants, or something like that. $1 zillion. This is Inanimate Fury. And if you also recognize this little screenshot, I actually used it during my Spring is Here videos, and you may have seen it on the thumbnail. But, the cue for the intro here, I said, intro, move on. And the cue for Baskety and Boney talking about how she or he's excited about winning the prize. That's all I have. Wow. Alright, so now it's time for, like, a final boss kind of thing for this video. As now, if you're wondering what happened to Object Fury, this is what is left of the Object Fury intro. And, I don't know why, but this was inspired by a dream I had or something, where I turned into me phone over here or something like that. And, for some reason, I was one of the 3 hosts of the show, yet I couldn't find an image of myself. For some bizarre reason. So, I guess enjoy? So, this is what, the intro would have been like. Take a look. So, yeah, that's all. That's all I ever had of the Object Fury intro, and, yeah, that's it. Now, just one last thing before we go. This, first slide that I ever made of this, at the intro, is called From Movie-Going Experiences, which basically focuses on my experiences of films like Ralph Breaks the Internet and Godzilla King of the Monsters, if you're wondering. So, that's just some trivia I wanted to get off my chest. And, I really enjoyed this trip down memory lane, so thanks for coming. And, I guess see you next time. And let's do a face-to-face. Now, I honestly believe that this decade has been one of the best decades I've ever had. And, I just don't know what to say. This is probably the best year I've ever had. So, like I said in the very first video I ever had, and like videos after that, and after that, good night 2019, and a decade, and good morning 2020, and a brand new decade with it. But, again, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for next videos in the next year. Bye! Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. if you want more content like this in the future and beyond, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Farewell.